Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. This is a pair of teams that have had more than their share of battles over the years. The Chicago Bulls are in New York to take on the Knicks. Last game for them in Houston, a nice road win taking on the Rockets. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with the win and just 2 points at that, but it wasn't easy.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Right, you could tell they were in a groove all night. They looked comfortable, they didn't rush. It was gorgeous execution.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, we've got Pierce. Davis is out there with Iguodala, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Greer in at the point. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to speak with Fred Hoiberg for a minute. Now, these teams are tied 1-1 in the season series, and I asked him what the keys were to winning tonight. He said they have to find a way to get around the rim protection they're about to face. He wants his guys to be aggressive, but smart about the shots they take. We'll see if they have listened to him, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches till they find one that works.
Well, I agree, because I don't think anything's coming easy for them tonight. They know it's almost impossible to score in bunches against this team. You've got to grind it out.
Here's Greer. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And now teams getting into the middle of the season. The truth is, it's a grind, Doris. You know it. You've covered it. 82 games. In your opinion, is that the right amount in terms of 82 games in a regular season?
I would say to you, it doesn't matter if it's the right amount. I think the reality is this is the business of the NBA. It's been 82 games for as long as I can remember, certainly in my lifetime of fandom, Kevin. So the reality is what we need to do is address the schedule. And you're starting to see that. Shortening the preseason. Stretching out those windows where you're not getting 4 games in 5 nights and the back-to-backs, particularly when there's back-to-back on national television. 82 games is going nowhere from a business standpoint. Let's make those 82 games the best we can by lengthening the season.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Iguodala with it. Barkley covering. Iguodala, the pass to Gobert. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Outside Hardaway. No one near him. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Hardaway has got his first basket of the night. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Pierce. He's coming off a 22-point game against Houston. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. A putback, and Bowie pulls it down. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Dallas.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
And here's Gobert after Tim Hardaway just hit the 3. Davis. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
James, a screen on Pierce. Screen by Barkley. They set the screen. LeBron can't get it to go.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
First one falls for him. Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
You know, it seems a little to me like the mystique of this building that the Knicks call home can be overwhelming at times, right? So many great games played here, perhaps the most iconic floor in all the NBA.
And Chicago has possession after Tim Hardaway just hit the three. And Gobert kicks to Iguodala. The 8-footer. And it's Davis missing. And with this mecca of basketball, there certainly have been more than a few incredible moments that played out in front of these fans. Doris, growing up a Knicks fan as you have, what great moments stick out to you most in this terrific building?
Well, there's so many to choose from, whether it was Allen Houston's floater in the lane, Willis Reed coming out of the tunnel to play in Game 7, or, of course, Patrick Ewing leading the Knicks to the NBA Finals in 1994.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
New York shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Free throw, no good for James.
Guys, how lucky are we that we watch LeBron James steadily climb the all-time scoring ranks, right? This guy last season, he passes the great Moses Malone and Shaquille O'Neal. Truly incredible.
Now here is Hardaway, who's coming off a 25-point game against Dallas.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And LeBron, Doris, presently in the top 7 in career scoring. Do you think he can ever reach number 1?
Kevin, if this guy set out to be the leading scorer in NBA history, he has the physical abilities to do that. But this is a guy who wants to be defined as maybe the most complete player to ever play. He contributes with his scoring, with his passing, with his defense. He is one of the all-time greats.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Iguodala gets himself squared up before shooting. You can't give him that kind of space.
There's a screen by McHale. Right side Hardaway. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's the pass to Greer. Gobert, the screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Of course, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial. Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Outside, Davis. Davis sets a screen. The dish to Iguodala. 5 on the clock. Here's for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Now here's McHale. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Barkley. No good from outside. Bulls trailed by 5. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. They get the rebound.
That's just sheer determination on the offensive glass, beating everyone to the spot for the tip-in.
Screen by Barkley. Here's Hardaway. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
From the opening tip, he's been active and working for good looks. He's been pretty accurate.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, we always talk about the power of LeBron James, but how about the grace on the pull-up there?
Now here's Iguodala. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
And that one's good by Pierce.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The three from LeBron. The shot off that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And it's Pierce in the corner. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
There's a screen by McHale. Here's Hardaway with his first shot attempt. And McHale the basket on the assist from Hardaway. McHale's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. Pierce against James. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Hardaway. 14 points for him. Back to Barkley. On the wing, James. From downtown, again, James missing.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
New York shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Outside Hardaway. LeBron outside. Back to Hardaway. They set the pick. Now the dish to LeBron. Another miss by LeBron.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. Their third three-pointer in a row.
To the left side wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Davis.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Here's Strickland, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Kicks to Pierce. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Cantor. Here's Stackhouse. It's rebounded by Manning.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Pass to Strickland. Williams kicks to Pierce. He dishes it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, there's a physicality and intention to what Enes Cantor does. That's a tough shot.
Dumars the pass to Mitchell. There's the feed to Dumars. And the Knicks miss again. Chicago leading by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good from Stackhouse. New York shooting 40% here in the early stages. Here's Dumars. Strickland grabs the board. Over Dumars. No good trying to beat the buzzer. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Yeah. T.Y., what up? Ali, what up? Yeah. Living like Allen. Yeah. T.Y., what up? Ali, what up? Living like.
Had a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the...
For me, at a younger age, I was...
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
We've got Ceballos. Mitchell is out there with Dumars. And it's Manning in at the power forward. They're the group New York will start the second with. Here's Ceballos. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Good on the 13-footer. And here are the Bulls now, leading by 5. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club rebounding was their big advantage.
Stolen by Cantor. Here's Stackhouse. Ceballos covering. The Knicks shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. New York moving it around. Here's Manning. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Dumars the pass to Manning. Count the basket. Manning's got his second bucket.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot.
No problems knocking that one down. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Here's Manning. Pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Strickland. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Manning. Here's Mitchell. Off target with his 3. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Strickland, covered by Dumars. Shots good by Strickland.
You know, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Here's the screen. Dumars the pass to Manning. Over Williams. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
Here's Stackhouse. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Passes to Ceballos. Here's Mikan. Shot clock at 6. To halt the run. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Ceballos.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
And the pass to Stackhouse. And he slams it one-handed.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's New York with it after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Bulls.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Here's Strickland after New York gets the 3. And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
Dumars kicks to Mitchell. With the floater, and it's good on the way in. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Dishes it to Stackhouse. Pass to Strickland. Sweet little floater. Strickland's got 9.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now, here is Dumars. He's guarded closely. The baseline J. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
McCollum kicks to Cantor. They get a hand on it. And here's Dumars. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Mitchell. He's guarded by McCollum. So for the Bulls, Davis comes in for Williams. And it's Iguodala in for Jerry Stackhouse. Bulls on D. It's a 5-point game. From deep, James. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. He feeds it to Davis. McCollum kicks to Iguodala. And Cantor now top the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Strickland. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
A moment here to see the numbers for Anthony Davis. Just an incredible month of basketball. 6th in steals, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Here's Mikan. His last outing, he had 8 points. No one near James as he lets it go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bowie's checked in. Gobert with a screen on McHale. The dish to Pierce. The offensive rebound. Gobert the pass to Greer. And the rejection by James. Takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. James has got 8 points. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm. And more recently, you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Out to Hardaway. No good on the triple. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Greer. He's got 9. Outside for Davis. Passes it to Greer. Shoots it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And Davis sends it back. They recover it. Hardaway dishes to McHale. 3-pointer. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Boy, Gobert gets to the rack quickly. How long, how agile from the 5-man on the penetration.
Screened by Barkley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Outside Hardaway. He kicks it to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Over Pierce. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from James. Chicago has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Now here is Davis. 26 points for him last game against Houston.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively.
Al Barkley following the three-point attempt by Pierce. James kicks to Hardaway. Barkley outside. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. The Bulls leading by 4. Davis, the pass to Greer. Davis sets a screen. Goes up on the high post. And that one good from Greer. Greer's got 11 points.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
And that one's good. McHale.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now here's Pierce. 9 points in the game so far. Nice D from McHale.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Hardaway kicks to Barkley. New York moving it around. Screen by Barkley. Hardaway dishes to Barkley. In the corner, it's James. Sinks the triple. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
LeBron was anticipating that catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Kicks it to Gobert. Barkley against Iguodala. Outside Pierce. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. That's 12 points for Paul Pierce.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Davis sets a screen. It's Pierce on the wing. Pierce with another miss. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls up by 1. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now. That'll do it for now. The second...
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. Here's Greer. Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Anthony Davis is out there with Iguodala. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Pierce. And it's Greer in at the point guard. Back to Gobert. And the pass to Greer. 5 on the clock. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities. They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said. It's stolen by Barkley.
Opportunistic defense on that possession, guys.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pierce for 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And that's 15 points for Paul Pierce. Outside Hardaway. James with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Offline from the high post.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
James outside. There's a screen by McHale. Shoots off the screen. Rebound by the Bulls. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pierce with another miss. Knicks trail by 3. In the corner, it's James. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to Greer. Davis with a screen on Hardaway. Feeds it to Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Here's Greer. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Hardaway passes to Barkley. Will it go? New York, no good that time either.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Iguodala. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Number 5, the Knicks.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
And here's LeBron outside. LeBron with another miss.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Barkley. Hardaway kicks to Barkley. New York, no good that time either.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Cantor checked in for Gobert. Outside Hardaway. He dishes it to LeBron. Screened by Barkley. Shot to stop the drought. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hardaway.
Now, the awareness that LeBron possesses was on display there. He knew exactly where to find the easy look.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. James outside. From the line. Jump shot is good that time. LeBron's got 15.
That's terrific defense right there, but it didn't matter to LeBron James, who just drains it. He's a master of shrugging off the defense.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Hardaway. Screened by Barkley. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from James.
I'll tell you, when LeBron is working near the rim, his strength becomes readily apparent.
To the right side. Pierce inside the three-point line. Here's Cantor. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It goes on Kevin McHale.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Well, Kev, you have to love how Enes Kanter plays with his back to the basket. This guy is so efficient. He is one of the most productive big men off the bench, the kind of player every coach would love to have to get a little juice in your second unit.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Davis. Stackhouse comes in for Andre Iguodala. And McCollum subbed in for Paul Pierce. 2 points, that one goes. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Some nice passing by New York here. Dumars kicks to Mitchell. There's the pick. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. Of course, as you said, Cantor has thrived as a six-man. His ability to score on the block, he can carry an offense of his second unit.
Yeah, a lot of how Cantor scores is with his incredible footwork. He is great at sealing off a defender to get the shot he wants, and he's also a very strong finisher.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's Ceballos, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Greer, covered by Dumars. Here's the screen. Cantor kicks to McCullough. Here's Greer, sinks the three-pointer. Greer's got 16 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
New York calls timeout. Doris, looking at the rich history of the NBA, seeing how it's evolved over time, what do you think have been some of the biggest changes from decade to decade as the game has evolved?
Well, for me, my fandom of the NBA began in the great Celtics-Lakers rivalries with the great players like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Worthy McHale. You know, it's always been a Stars League. I think it remains as such. You can move to the 90s and the Eastern Conference with the Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks rivalries. The thing that's remained the same are the stars. Style of play, obviously, is drastically different. The athletes are getting bigger, faster, stronger. Analytics increasingly playing a part. Listen, the game is in a constant state of evolution. Like Kevin Harlan, the game gets better with age.
Oh, man. Thanks, Doris. Here's Mikan. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Here's Greer. The feed now to Cantor. Pass to Greer. Dishes it to Pierce. And the Bulls with another miss. Knicks trail by 13 from the arc. That's tipped.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Count that one. Pierce has got 21.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
To the left wing, here's Mitchell. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 10.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
Now Cantor. 7 points in the game. Pierce wide open. He fires. Again, Pierce missing.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
The Bulls leading by 9. Here's Greer. He's got 18. Williams a screen. Pierce dishes to Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Iguodala. And off the front iron, and in it goes. He's got 14. New York's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. New York calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I think they've got to be talking about just guarding him a little more tightly on the perimeter or keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, period. That's about the only way you're going to cool this guy off.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Bulls. Barkley, and that's good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Gobert kicks to Pierce. Gobert, the pass to Pierce. Shoots over Dumars. It's Chicago with another bucket. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game. They need to avoid that.
Missile on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So we'll see Tim Hardaway go to the line here. It's going to be on Buck Williams. James checked in for New York. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Greer.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And New York making a change here. McHale's checked in. Here's New York. They're on a 14-6 run. There's a screen by McHale. Hardaway dishes to LeBron. They set the pick. Barkley with a screen on Iguodala. They get it back, and with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Bowie.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half. There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
McHale. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pierce for 3. Again, Pierce missing. New York shooting in this game, 45%. Outside Hardaway. He feeds it to Barkley. Shot clock at 5. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Hardaway with the steal. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Drops in the tray.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Pierce with it. He's got 23. Passes it to Greer. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, the defense, no time to react on the Rudy Gobert throwdown.
Back right after this. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Make them feel us now, all right? We got to guard them, all right? Contest everything and rebound.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Now here is Hardaway. Hardaway is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kevin McHale. Then it's Barkley. And it's Bowie in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Pierce against James, 18 feet out, and he overshot that one, missing.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
There's the pick. From 18 feet away, and Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Knicks. Chicago leading. The dish to Gobert. Davis sets a screen. Pierce inside the three-point line, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. The Knicks shooting in this game, 45%. James kicks to Barkley. And the pass to James. Over Pierce. Nice shot by James. James has got 19 points.
Yeah, LeBron using the screen so well to open up a high percentage look at the basket. His IQ just off the charts.
Greer passes to Gobert. Iguodala right side. He kicks it to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's McHale. He gets it in there.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Here's Greer, guarded by Hardaway, and it's Greer missing. New York trailing to take the lead. But they get it back. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Right wing, it's deflected and stolen by James. Kicks to Barkley from deep. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And Gobert kicks to Davis. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
Don't you love seeing this guy rise to the occasion, going right at the defense and getting it done in the clutch?
Here's Hardaway. He's looking for James and finds him. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Double team on Barkley. Pass to LeBron. Puts up a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Davis sets a screen. Feeds to Gobert. There's the screen. James against Pierce. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Shot to stop the run. Davis can't get that one to fall.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
6 to shoot. Gobert the pass to Greer. Knicks with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Barkley against Davis. Step back shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. Bulls trail by 5. Iguodala outside. Pass to Greer. Davis with a screen on McKay from the top of the key. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
LeBron kicks to Hardaway. Back to James. Barkley with a screen on Pierce. Trying his luck deep. Bowie, no good. Bulls trail by 4. There's the triple. The shot by Pierce will not go.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
With the teardrop, and James with the layup. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, simply doesn't seem to matter how many players LeBron has around him on the inside. He finds a way
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Screen by Barkley. Hardaway dishes to Barkley. Now the feed to LeBron. To the inside. Bowie. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Davis. He can't get that one. Some solid defense there from McHale. LeBron against Pierce. Outside Hardaway. Off target with his 3. Bulls trailed by 5. Iguodala outside. Passes it to Greer. Davis in the corner. Another 3 for Chicago.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Screen by Barkley, and they double up James. And here are the Knicks now. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Outside, Davis. Gobert with a screen for Davis. Gobert the pass to Greer. Gobert the screen. Lock at 6. Iguodala kicks to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
There's the pick, and they double him up with LeBron. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
Pierce dishes to Davis. Here's Greer, guarded by Hardaway. Another one falls for Chicago.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Certainly not. This is when you want to see tight, aggressive defense, everybody on point down the stretch in a close game.
Here's McHale. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. McHale's got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Davis with a screen on Hardaway. Davis down low. McHale's there, and it's good. 2 points. Davis has got 10 points in the quarter.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
This guy just feeds off that 4th quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with. We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs. Boy, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
Pierce kicks to Davis. Gobert with a screen on Hardaway. Greer passes to Gobert. It's tipped. Pierce. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. McHale's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Barkley dishes to James. And it's slammed in by McHale.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, he saw he had a huge opportunity to help his team. Score is tight-knit, and he comes through.
Pierce against James. Greer. Great D that time from Hardaway. New York leading by 3. In the corner, it's James. And it's off from three-point range. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Greer. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
And now transition. Here we go. Iguodala.
Well, the athleticism and speed gets Andre Iguodala to the rack, and then the strength of frame to absorb the hit. Beautiful.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Pierce.
And he's just been tearing them up all night long. I love the way he just took over the game and did not let up. Up over 30 points and scoring in all sorts of ways. That's the kind of offensive outburst they were hoping for.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Hardaway for 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And it's the Bulls with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Barkley left side. Buries the triple. And that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Here's Greer. It's off.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply